Scholastic Audio, Beware the Heartman by Shakirah Bourne. Read by Varia Williams. Why would a creature who is afraid of the moon stride around at night? And you'd think that sticking a knife into the steel donkey would work better than putting it in the ground. What about the crystal? I ask, remembering how it reared backward. Do you know why it worked? Mrs. Edgecombe shakes her head. But you can also try dropping items as a distraction, since the rolling calf likes to count, she added. So I have to depend on the steel donkey liking math? This is the kooky advice I'd expect from Miss Moe, not a respected teacher. I give her a skeptical look that Ahkai would be proud of. Thinking about Ahkai's face brings about a wave of despair. And I want nothing more but to curl up under Mrs. Edgecombe's window and bawl like a baby. I take a deep breath to pull myself together. I can't let myself break right now. Ma'am, how do we get Ahkai back? I ask. And Jared and Coach. The Heartman probably took them too. Josephine, I'm sorry to say this, but it's no use. If the Heartman really kidnapped the boys and Coach Brooms, he would have taken them to his lair. Before you ask, I don't know where it is. She pauses, and then her face crumples. They may already be dead. They're not. I press my forehead against the wall. I can't let myself believe that. Maybe you could go to the police and tell... She gives a dry laugh. Do you really think they would believe a word of this? Ma'am, we can't give up. There has to be a way to find the Heartman's lair. Her bottom lip quivers, like it does when she's trying to keep a secret. What is it? I ask. She shakes her head. No, it's impossible. Tell me please, ma'am, I beg. Look, Josephine, I don't know where the Heartman's lair is, but I can only think of one person who may have that information. I get excited and wait impatiently for her to give the name. Mrs. Edgecombe straightens her back, which never reverted to its hunched position since it was healed by... Oh no. No, I whisper. Mrs. Edgecombe gives me a knowing look. Not her. Maris, she says, bowing her head. I've woken up from one nightmare and found myself in another. Even if I could find her, it's unlikely that Maris would help me. Mrs. Edgecombe wipes a tear from her eye. So you see, our best course of action is to try to prevent any further kidnappings. I'm sorry, Josephine. I truly am. Ahkai was special. Don't refer to him in the past tense, I snap, forgetting she's a teacher. But who cares about detention now? I take another deep breath and swallow my scream of frustration. Mrs. Edgecombe looks down at me, her eyes full of pity. Give me a minute to get dressed, and then I'll walk you back home. There has to be a way, I mutter to myself, and stare ahead at the hibiscus bushes. Last summer, Ahkai was crouching in the same bushes with a walkie-talkie, helping me execute an operation to get rid of one of Daddy's dates. It can't be the last time he helps me out with a mission. It just can't. I have to persuade Maris to help me. How do I find her cave? I ask myself. Maybe I can go to the sea, plunge my head under the water and scream her name. Anything is worth a try. There's a shift in the bushes in front of me. A sort of shiver through the leaves. A cluster of insects hovers by the hibiscus flowers, but they're way too small to cause the movement. My hand tightens on my backpack, and I get ready to run. The last time the leaves moved without wind, the Heartman and steel donkey burst out of them. Then, before my very eyes, Lynne appears in front of me like magic. Her face is pale and lips trembling. The cluster of insects melt into her face. They're her freckles. How, I splutter. Lynne's expression changes from fear to determination, and she gazes at the full moon. I know how to get to Maris's cave. How? This time I say it with a mixture of accusation and disbelief. Her eyes meet mine. Because she's my aunt.